Over the last couple of months, the number of CSGO updates has been, let's just say, lacking. Well, technically it's not the number of updates, but it's more like the content that those upgrades brought. In fact, the latest update is extremely recent. It's actually from 2 days ago, from the 25th, but unfortunately this is the most boring update I've ever seen. It's only a map update, and only 2 maps have been changed, and no one really cares about these maps, to be honest. So in this one, I'm going to be talking about my opinion of why there's been such a lack of updates, and I'm also going to be touching on how that affects the market.
Are you looking for low float skins for trade ups? Check out today's sponsor, SkinsMonkey. It's a very convenient trading bot site that charges no overpay for floats. I found these two 0.01 consumer skins and used code TechSavvy for a 35% deposit bonus when depositing, and got the tradable skins instantly. Oh, and did I mention that if you're new to the site, you get a $5 bonus to trade with? You do have to trade to activate it, but it's a little bit of extra. But don't worry if you don't have any skins. The site's always running at least 3 giveaways, so there's definitely something for you as well. So check out SkinsMonkey through my link in the description and the pinned comment.
So the last major update was the Rio 2022 Major, no pun intended, and that came out on October 21st, which is almost exactly 100 days ago. So that's over 3 months ago since we've gotten any significant content into the game. So the way I'm going to be approaching this is by considering the fact that Valve is a business, and businesses exist to make money. So scenario number 1 that could be a possibility is that CSGO is making money as is without any updates, and therefore Valve doesn't really need to do anything to stay afloat. So to see how reasonable that is, we need to consider the mechanisms of how Valve makes money. So mechanism number 1 is from people depositing into their Steam accounts to buy skins or open cases. Now, I personally don't know any good way to track this, but I think it's reasonable to look at the number of cases being opened, because in order to open cases, you have to buy CSGO keys with Steam balance. So you have to get Steam balance from somewhere. Now that can come from outside sources, where you buy a skin, for example, on a third-party site and sell it on Steam. But if you think about it, if you sell it on Steam, someone has to have that Steam balance. And you can drive that chain back all the way to someone depositing money into their Steam wallet directly. So here are the case opening stats from the past year and a half or so. So as you can see, CSGO is still averaging over 20 million cases opened every single month. That means that Valve has made $53 million of revenue in December alone from CSGO cases alone. So clearly they're still making money. Now, of course, this doesn't cover the whole picture, because when there's an operation, people are going to buy the pass, so that's another bunch of Steam wallet funds that just get deleted, basically, and people buy stars, so that's another mechanism for Steam wallet funds to go burr, and then people start depositing again. So, of course, if there is an operation, most likely Valve would make more money, but scenario number 1 is that they're kind of lazy, but they're still making good money, so why change it? So scenario number 2, and I really hope that this is the one that is the case, is that they're working on something big. So as you all know, there's been rumors and rumors about Source 2 coming to CSGO. Now, I've made a previous video about it, how I don't think that it's going to be such a big deal immediately, so don't get super hyped up. But if they are working on that, we're going to be pretty disappointed when it comes out. That's all I'll say. But at least it would mean that there's some new stuff coming to the game. Now, the other possibility is that they're working on an operation. I kind of doubt it, though, because it's kind of a weird time of the year to release an operation. I think the prime time would have been about a month ago, so like Christmas, when everyone gets their Christmas money and they get to buy the pass, or Lunar New Year, which just happened a couple days ago. So I guess that's still kind of relevant. So we know that the next major is coming, and it's coming actually pretty soon, in about 4 months in May. And until then, we are pretty much guaranteed to see a new collection introduced into the game, the Anubis collection, because that is now in the competitive pool. Now, I really hope that they don't just introduce a collection with the major and the souvenir skins, because that would be, that would be kind of weird. It would also be probably the first collection that only has souvenirs and not normal skins, if that was the case. So I don't think that's going to happen. Or maybe they'll introduce it into the drop pool when you're like leveling up. You could get the normal skins. I'm not sure, but I also don't really see that as a possibility. But anyway, scenario 2, I'm hoping this is the case, is that they're working on something big and it's taken them longer than expected. So now that we walked through kind of what I think could be the case, I want to talk a little bit about how the market has been affected by this lack of updates. Everyone always loves to say, oh, the game's dead, CSGO's dying, it's been a meme for literal years. But just look at this chart, it's been maintaining pretty well, if not even increasing a little bit. And the more players play CSGO, the more money is being introduced into the game. So there's more money that's being introduced into the game, and there's no new things that money could buy. So what's going to happen? The money's going to go towards the older stuff, and because of that, we expect an increase in price, and that is pretty much exactly what happened. So as an example, here's the M9 Tiger Tooth on the Steam market. It has literally doubled in the last year, and it's been going up the past 3 months when there were no significant updates. Now, this is not only the case with play skins, it's also the case with investments. So because there's no new investment opportunities really, people are going to look at older stuff such as Antwerp or Stockholm. Here's the Challengers capsule from Stockholm. Although it's come down a little bit from its all-time high, it's still sitting at $6.50, which, considering that this thing sold for 25 cents only 2 years ago, is kind of insane. And the same goes for Antwerp 2022 capsules, although not to the same extent, because when people saw that Stockholm was a good investment, of course they stocked up on a lot more Antwerp capsules, and we've gotten to a point where no matter which capsule you bought, you are in profit, because even the cheapest capsule is up from its 25-cent price point. Now, is Stockholm in a bubble right now? It's kind of hard to say, because some of the prices on some items is absolutely insane. The mouse hollow is like $50, and I actually have one, which is kind of nice. Now, when it comes to Antwerp, I am pretty sure this is not a bubble. The prices look pretty natural, and they look pretty sustainable. Like, there's no insane spike that just happened in a day, and then it's expected to come down. So I'm pretty comfortable holding Antwerp. Stockholm might be a good time to sell, but it also might be a bad time to sell because maybe it's not a bubble and maybe it's just going to keep going up. I'm keeping my mouse hollow until it's worth more, but you do whatever you feel like is best. So although I am extremely disappointed that there's no update, there's no operation, or no nothing, the market has actually been doing pretty well. And it's not just been surviving, but it's kind of been thriving if you look at the prices. This has definitely served as a test to the market to see if it survives a dry period of time without content. And clearly it did, which just makes me more and more confident in holding skins and just knowing that the game is probably not going to die instantly as soon as Valve stops updating. So once again, a massive thank you goes out to Skins Monkey because they've been supporting me through this little dip in YouTube views. As you may or may not know, YouTube views are down significantly on CSGO. Monetization is still not back, so please go check out Skins Monkey if you want to support the channel. You don't have to buy anything, just go, I don't know, enter the giveaways. Maybe you can even get something. But yeah, massive thank you goes out to them, and massive thank you goes out to you guys for using Skins Monkey and therefore supporting the creation of these videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one.
Subscribe to Tech Savvy Scientist for ultimate luck.